Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's game, we have two of the most complete linebackers in the NFL on the field. It's Bobby Wagner going up against Navarro Bowman. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call on this Week 3 matchup.
Thank you very much, Larry. As usual, the streets of the nearby French Quarter are alive as we are in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
On second down, here's Stafford. Looking for his tight end Fleeter, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And the return will stop right around the 25.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Now Palmer on third and long. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Josh Doxson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And it's caught. Kobe Flainer. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. On first down, it's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown, looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Second and 10 now, and it's Palmer. Completes it right side to Doctson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Josh Doctson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They'll come out in the pistol. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. A good pickup there at 22. Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. 8 yards still remaining here on third down. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Going deep this time for Miller. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
Now it's Palmer. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Startulele is a former first-round pick who's starting to round into form, becoming one of the better run stoppers in the league.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that last penalty means that the offense has to deal with a 3rd and 18 coming up here.
Let's go. Come on. Deep.
Play action. It's Palmer. He's got time in the pocket. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
It's going to Perfect directional kicking into New Orleans. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. On first down, Stafford here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Defense is going to every game talking about winning the early downs to make third down a difficult assignment for an offense. On that play, the defense accomplished its goal.
To throw is Stafford. And incomplete here on third down. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it brings up fourth down. Now it's Lockett. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Wow,
the big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Left side and caught by Flainer. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On first down, it's Stafford. And Cooks has it over the middle. It goes as a pickup of 23. And the Saints are going to get a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Stafford, completion left side to Miller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he cuts. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. On 2nd down, here's Palmer. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Now Stafford. It's complete. Flainer, right side. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
He goes underneath to Ingram. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partners, decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. And out now come the Seahawks. They go back to the air here after the INT.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Play action. It's Palmer. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
From midfield now, here's Palmer. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing again here, Palmer. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. First and goal from the 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second and goal. They still need 8 yards to find the end zone. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
There you go, play action with Palmer. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Josh Doctson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. It's good, and it's 21-10. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And Cooks has it over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now it's Stafford. On the right side, this is Miller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now Stafford. And that's complete to Cooks. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come out here in the eye. Now a first down throw. Stafford. A gain of 6 there on first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Brief break in the action here. We're back to New Orleans after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A beautiful fake. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On second down, Palmer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
Now it's Palmer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
Let's go.
Play action. It's Palmer. His throw caught right around the 6. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. Back out on the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Stafford on first down. This is Miller, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 6 there on first. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, here's Stafford. Looking deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here, as that's taken up close to the 40. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down. So after that stop, you know that third down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer. And he's got Lockett. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Jackson with a grab over the middle. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Get ready.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And his throw is incomplete. Off offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on third down.
10. Mike, here we go.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And they'll run it here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Palmer on 3rd and long, surveying the field, going up top. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st down, Stafford here. On the right side, this is Miller. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A pickup there of 36. And it'll be 1st down, Saints. And on the ground they go with a running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Palmer down around his goal line. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally...
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Get ready.
Play action. It's Palmer. He's got time. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. It's caught left side by Cooks. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they'll go on the ground. And past the 30, down to about the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They come out here in the eye. From the red zone now, Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. throw on second down to Stafford. His pass caught at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Off the play fake. Here's Palmer. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about...
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 50 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. Tyler Lockett, the 30, 10, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 104 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people way. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Throwing is Palmer. That's complete right around the 8. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They go play action with Palmer. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Josh Doxson from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd down following the run. They come out here in the eye. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's a real risky play call to run it here with time being such a major factor. They need points here and fast. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one.
Get ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but